With this, the Cape Town International Film Market and Festival kicked off at the V A Waterfront today. The 10-day event will focus on supporting the development of Africa's film industry. Our reporter Nomawethu Solwandle is there and she filed this report.
Well, it's all about the glitz and glam here at the V A Waterfront as we kickstart the Cape Town International Film Market and Festival. All the who's who in the film industry will be here tonight, and they don't start small at all. They're actually going to showcase the movie called An Act of Defiance. Actually, I see the film director coming down the red carpet, and I'm actually going to grab him just to tell us more about the movie that will be showcasing here tonight. Why is it so important for South Africa?
Oh, it's a very important story, not only for South Africa, but for the whole world, because it's a story about people having an ideal and people wanting to sacrifice their lives for an ideal. And the most important thing is it's not an ideal where they benefit only themselves or their own group. No, those people who, the trialists, they were black, white, colored, Indian. They were a mixed bunch, non-racial club of people, and they sacrificed their lives not to benefit either one of them. No, they wanted a society that is non-racial. And these days so many people have their own belief like this and wanted to fight for that little belief. They had a open mind, and that's why I think this story is important for South Africa, but also for like anywhere in the world, because racism is still blooming in some countries not very far away, and that's insane. That's a crime.
Now, I know you say that the film was actually funded in the Netherlands. Yeah. It was almost 100% actors from South Africa. Yeah. Why was this so important?
Because I longed and I strived for authenticity. And that starts with people surrounding you with people who really are from South Africa, who know South African mentality, who know the little things that South Africans are specific for South Africa. The language was so important to me. I don't want an American to pretend like he's speaking Afrikaans. So that's why I really strive for all the details, and language is the most important one, basically, to be perfect.
Just one last question before I let you go. You know, people will be asking, why Bram Fischer? Why him?
Why him? Because, like Nelson Mandela said, after he was released, one of the first things people he spoke about was Bram Fischer. Because he said, Mandela said, my struggle was a difficult struggle, and I fought for my people. But Bram Fischer's struggle was against his own people for another community. And so he had so much more to lose even. And that's what makes him very important, I guess. Of course, Nelson Mandela is important, but even Nelson Mandela acknowledged the fight Bram had to do and the sacrifices he made.
Well, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy your evening. I know that I did grab you while you were walking down the red carpet. Well, that was the film director, Mr. Van Velder, telling us more about the movie that we'll be showcasing here in Cape Town as we kickstart the festival. There's so much that's going to be going on here. All the who's who in the film industry will be here as they start this festival. With that, it's back to you in the studio.